Hey, welcome viewers. So you've been welding for a while, or you're just getting into welding. Well, either way, you need a lot of welding practice, as we all do. So here I'm going to show you how to make maybe a basic first project for welding that will help you do additional welding practice going on in the future. Stay tuned. These are all the things you'll need to do to build this tool. Freeze the picture, freeze the video if you want to look at what you need, but make note that these angles irons are cut differently from the other. Okay, two different sides. Okay, this is 45 degrees. This is also 45 degrees, but cut the other way. Okay, and you have one straight piece and two smaller straight pieces of angle iron. I know everybody likes to burn rod, right? But unfortunately, a lot of welding is about learning how to tack up, learning how to keep metal square before we light any rods. Okay, this is how I tacked it up. This is how I'm setting it up for a tack. Okay, and now I've got everything tacked up together. You can see how this is constructed and imagine the many uses that this may have for welding practice. So let's get into some welding. So here I am lighting up with an E6011 332 rod, and I'm running about 65 amps on the heat and a little bit too much of a travel angle. While I could have used a different rod, I think the 6011s provide a good opportunity to practice steady hands. Here again I'm lighting up the corner, and as I weld I noticed that after reviewing these videos that I probably have an arc length a little too long. That's why it's very bright and you can't see the weld puddle. I missed the corner on that one. Here you see me striking up at the opposite corner of where I start to weld. This is because I actually turned the amperage down just slightly to about 60 amps, and then I'm starting to weld in a corner, so you need a little bit more preheat. Here's a similar joint to before, but now you can clearly focus on looking at how I do the whip and pause motion. Whip forward, you see the little crater, and you come back in and fill it. Now let's find out why they call the 6011 a downhill rod. Here, because there's a slight gap in the metal, I'm going to do some circular motions to spread the puddle out to both sides so that the joint gets filled. That's why they call it a downhill rod. It came so easy. The possibilities are simply endless for this easy to make welding fixture. For example, if I wanted to weld on an angle, I could simply, I don't have any metal right now, but this one is, for example, this piece of cardboard is my metal. I could simply go like this, take my clamp it on, and I can practice my out of position welding, right, in this direction. If I wanted to tack up two pieces of metal and join it at a 90-degree angle, I could put it like this, for example. And then once again, clamp it in position here, and another clamp over here, like this. and then tack it up in the gap. If I wanted to join two pieces of pipe together, pretend this is a pipe and this is another piece of the pipe, I could tack it up together in here. Or even if I made two of these these welding fixtures, I can put a large pipe in between them two and also tack them together. In the vertical position, I could weld this gap as a 3G weld. In this position, we can practice 6G weld. You can even practice weird hybrid angles, like this. And finally, what can we do in this position? So I'll give you one last look at this on how it's constructed. All angle irons. You scroll back to the beginning of the video, I showed you the individual pieces that you would have to cut out to make this. Now the dimensioning is up to you, but the way I did it was I basically I took a rafter square like this and just copied the dimensions. Okay? If you like this video, please like and subscribe. More videos like this will be coming.